Hi everyone, thanks so much for joining me today. My name is Janae. Welcome to Burn Class. We've got a full body workout today. It's going to be split up into 2 little circuits. But before we begin, let's get into our driven warm-up. So we're going to start down on our heels, getting some T-spine rotations. So my left elbow is on the ground in front of me, right hand's behind my head. I'm rotating out to the side, 4 on each. And switching over, right elbow down. Make sure we're getting some deep breaths here. Pushing that air out as we rotate. 4. Cool. Coming up onto our hands and knees. Gonna get some bird dogs. So keeping the nice flat back, reaching out one heel and the opposite hand forward. A quick 4 on each side. 4, and from here we're gonna go into lift-offs. So my knees are just going to lift up off the ground, and I'm going to lift up one hand and the opposite foot for 4 times on each side, stabilizing the core, trying to keep the hips from rocking back and forth too much. Perfect. All right, from there, going into our driven flow to finish up our warm-up. So up in my high plank, right foot is coming up to the right hand, rotating up to the right. Coming back down, shifting over to a lunge on my left leg. Coming forward, left knee's going down, reaching up, hip flexor stretch. Back to the center and switching sides. Left foot's coming up, rotating up to the left. Shifting over to a lunge onto my right leg. Coming back forward, right knee's going down, reaching up, hip flexor stretch. Back to the center. This time we're rocking it back onto our heels, getting as deep as we can go. Coming back out for round 2. Right foot's coming up, rotating up to the right, shifting it over to a lunge onto my left leg, coming back forward, right knee's down, hip flexor stretch, back to the center, switching sides, left foot's coming up, rotating up to the left, shifting over, lunging onto my right foot, coming back up, right knee's down, hip flexor stretch, and rocking it back for the second time into that low squat on our heels and coming back out for round 3. So right foot's coming up, rotating to the right, standing and shifting to a lunge on my left leg, coming back forward, left knee's down, reaching up, hip flexor stretch, back to the center, switching sides, left foot's coming up, rotating up to the left, shifting it over onto my right foot, coming back forward, right knee's down, hip flexor stretch, back to the center, and last time rocking it back onto the heels. This time, hands are coming up overhead, and we're standing up nice and tall. Alrighty, let's get into it. So, we've got 3 exercises in each circuit, 30 seconds of work, 3 rounds. We're gonna cruise through those 3 rounds. We'll get a little water break in between before the second circuit. So, I need a mini band. Grab a mini band today if you have one. If not, don't worry about it. Forgot I was using equipment. All right, I'm gonna show you all 3 before we get started so we can rock through these 3 rounds. So, first up, we don't need the mini band. We're gonna be doing shoulder push-ups. So, we should know these well. So starting in that push-up position, I'm gonna walk my feet towards my hands as my head goes through my arms. Kind of like we're in a downward dog position. Keeping the hips high, my head pushed back as I lower myself down towards the ground and back up. If we can only do a little dip, totally fine. Next up, mini bands are gonna be going right above my knees. We're gonna be doing a side shuffle. So we're getting down nice and low, keeping tension in that band as we shuffle across. You can use as much space as you have. And finally, getting a mini band row. Seated, so I'm gonna sit back on my heels. This is gonna help keep my lower back locked in so I'm not getting any arch in my lower back. So I'm gonna put the mini band around my wrist, holding out straight in front of me, shoulders are down and locked in, pulling that band apart, driving those elbows straight back, squeezing my shoulder blades at the top. Cool? So working a little more upper body on this first circuit. It's going to be a little more lower body on the second one. So Let's get ready for those shoulder push-ups. We're going in 3 seconds. Let's get ready to work. 3, 2, 1, here we go. So hips are high, lowering yourself towards the ground, pushing those hips back and your head through your arms every time we come up, resetting, just lowering down as far as we're comfortable going. If it's just a little dip, that's totally fine. And if that's uncomfortable for us, we can do regular push-ups, and we can even push back into downward dog, so we're still getting that little bit of shoulder work in there. Good, keep it up. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Awesome. All right, hopping up on your feet, grabbing the mini band if we have it. If we don't, we are still getting these side-to-side shuffles, staying nice and low. All right, let's get ready to work in 3, 2, 1, here we go. I'm getting down, shuffling all the way across. Both my toes are facing forward this whole time. I'm gonna keep my knees, my feet wide apart, and my knees wide apart, so I can keep tension in that band the whole time, so we're not coming all the way back in, staying low, staying wide. Good, last few seconds, keep it up. Lower those hips a little bit more if we can. Burn those quads. There we go, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Awesome. All right, popping that mini band off of our feet and getting it around our wrists for our rows. And I'll show you what we're doing if we don't have the mini band. And 3, 2, 1, here we go. So locking it in, pulling apart, driving back. If we don't have the mini band, we're down here getting Superman's or overhead extensions into Superman position. So we're hanging out here, reaching all the way up, pulling those elbows down at the bottom. So rocking those out without the band. If you have any sort of elastic thing that we can use to pull it apart, go ahead and do that. Keep rocking it out for 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, we are right back into those shoulder push-ups. We're gonna get right to it. Let's set it up in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Hips high, lowering ourselves down, pushing all the way up and through. Nice job. Keep these nice and controlled. We don't have to go super fast. If this bothers the shoulders at all, or it's uncomfortable for us to be upside down, stick with that regular push-up, pushing it back into downward dog, dropping down to the knees when we need to. Less than 10 seconds. Let's keep it up. Getting one more push-up in 3, 2, 1, and slowly lower out of that if you're upside down. Let all the blood rush back into the rest of your body. All right, tangled here. Got our shuffles coming up next. Let's pop that mini band on above the knees and get ready to work in 3, 2, 1. Drop those hips low. Here we go. Nice small steps, keeping tension in this band the whole time. Awesome work. Stay low, stay low. Drop those hips even lower if we can. We're halfway through, keep going. Keep the toes facing forward the whole time, really sitting the hips back into this little bit of a squat. Almost there, 3, 2, 1, and band off. And around our arms. Getting ready for our rows. Let's do it in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So pulling that band apart, locking that lower back in, squeezing the shoulder blades at the top, keeping tension the whole time as we come back out. That band should be stretched this whole time. I don't want it coming together. There we go. Keep it up. Nice and controlled. Last 10 seconds. Try to pull that band apart just a little bit more. And we're rocking out those Superman overhead extensions. If we don't have one, keep it going. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Awesome. All right, coming up on round 3. Back to our shoulder push-ups. Let's get right to it. Coming up with my hands, walking those hips up in 3, 2, 1. Let's work. There we go. I like to have a slight bend in my knees here. My heels are even up off the ground to help me keep my hips high in the air. There we go, nice job. Slowly lower ourselves down, exploding back up, just going as far down as we're comfortable going. Keep crushing it. We just got a couple seconds left here. 3, 2, 1, and slowly coming out of that upside down position, making your way up to your feet, grabbing your mini band if we have it, popping it right above our knees. Whoop. All right, let's get ready to shuffle. In 3, 2, 1, hips low, here we go. Keeping tension in the band, feet are forward. This is round 3. Let's see if we can drop our hips a little bit lower. There we go, nice work. Keep it up, guys, we got this. There we go. Nice, just a couple seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Awesome. Popping that mini band off our feet and around our wrists. Getting ready to work. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Pulling that band apart. Arms are starting extended, driving all the way back, making sure rib cage is staying tucked in, core is tight. No low back extension there. There we go, crushing it. Nice and slow, really focus on that tension. Squeeze in the shoulder blades at the top, last 10 seconds. Awesome work, keep it going. 3, 2, 1, and relax, good. All right, I'm gonna throw a little twist in here. We're gonna go for round 4. Since we sped through that, we're gonna do it again. Quick sip of water if you need it. We're gonna keep working. Let's get those hips up for shoulder push-ups in 3, 2, 1, here we go. This is the last time here, so let's see if we can lower to the ground just a little bit more than we were before. If we're feeling crazy, you can see if you can even go all the way down and get your head to touch the floor. Keep it up, whatever we're doing. Let's keep it moving all the way through. Last 10 seconds here. How many can we get? A little less, actually. 3, 2, 1. And slowly coming out of that, making your way up to your feet. Popping that band on above the knees. Final shuffle. Let's see how low we can get. All right, dropping those hips down, getting ready to work. In 3, 2, 1, let's do it. So we're down low, getting as close to parallel to the ground as I can. I know those quads are gonna start burning, but we are working through. Keep it going. There we go. We are at our halfway mark. Let's get a little bit lower into that squat. I know it burns, we got this. We're almost there, less than 10 seconds. Low, 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 keep tension in that band for 3, 2, 1, and rest. Woo! Shake out those legs, pop that band off, getting it around your wrist for the last set of rows. All right, let's do it. Get ready to work in 3, 2, 1, arms out, pulling apart, shoulders locked in, here we go. Adding as much tension as we can for this last round. Nice work. Pulling apart a little bit more. There we go, nice and controlled, keeping the shoulders locked down. A little more, we got 10 seconds left. There we go, last 5, pull a little more. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, we are done with that circuit. Let's grab a sip of water. You'll get a little bit of a longer break as I show you what's coming up next. All right, so legs are working a little bit more on this one. First thing we got is a half get up, or a moving squat as I call them sometimes. So I'm starting down on my knees. I'm gonna come up on my feet. If you want to, add a little jump in here, get a little crazy. Coming back down on that same leg, and then we'll switch sides. Now my right leg's coming up, jumping if I want to, right leg's coming back down. So staying as low as we can that whole time, every time we come up onto our feet. And then we're using our mini bands again for a bear crawl. So we're going around the wrist, bear crawl position, so we're on all fours, knees are just hovering. I'll face you because we're going to be moving around. So I'm right up here. I'm going to be moving side to side, really controlling each step with my hands, because with that mini band, your hand's going to want to fling in. So really control, control, control as we stretch this band. And if we don't have the mini band, we're just moving side to side without it. Finally, let's reset glutes a little bit. Laying on our back, we got glute bridge marches. Know these well. Going up onto our, rolling the hips up off the ground. We are marching side to side. Can add in some single legs. Challenge it a little bit if we want to. All right. 4 rounds of this since we did 4 rounds of the last one. Let's get ready to work. In 3, 2, 1. Starting with those half get-ups. Here we go. So coming up, staying as low as we can, coming back down and switching to that other side. Getting a jump in there if we're feeling crazy. Alternating down and up. Awesome work, everyone. Find a good pace. Once you get comfortable with this movement, we can pick it up a little bit. Last 10 seconds here. Find it a little bit easier to have my legs closer. It's gonna be a little harder to get up and stay low with them apart. And rest. Awesome job. All right. Popping that mini band on around the wrist. Bear crawl position. Getting ready to work in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So keeping my knees low, just hovering above the ground, controlling my hands every time I come in, not letting that arm fling across. Keep it going. Nice work. Knees are low, hips are staying level to the ground, controlling that movement. We're just rocking out these bear crawls. If we don't have our mini band, there we go. Last 5. Keep it up. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Whew. Quad should be on fire after the get-ups and those back-to-back. All right, glute bridge marches. Work the glutes. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So hips are rolling up. One knee's marching up at a time if we want to. Add some single legs in there for level 2. Make it a little harder so my knees are staying bent this whole time. Driving one knee up. Glutes are staying engaged. Core's engaged too. Keeping everything nice and tight. Last 10 seconds. There we go. Keep it up. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Awesome work. Oop, I don't need that yet. All right. That's round 1. How's everybody feeling? Hopefully good. All right, let's start back at the top. Got our half get-ups, 30 seconds of work. Going in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Coming up and right back down. Quads are burning. I feel it. I'm sure you feel it too. We can take these nice and slow, pick up the pace if we want to. If we're feeling like we need some extra work, go ahead and add that extra jump in there. Let's keep working hard. Last 10 seconds. Nice job, everyone. Keep cruising through for 3, 2, 1, and relax. Awesome job. All right, getting that mini band ready to work. We got bear crawls. Going in 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. So knees are staying low. Working my way all the way across my mat and back. Controlling this mini band the whole time. Trying to keep tension in it too throughout the whole thing. So we're not letting the hands come all the way back together if we can. Keep it up for 3, 2, 1, and relax. Awesome. All right, let's march. Flipping it over. Glute bridges. Hips are up in 3, 2, 1. Rolling up, let's go. Squeezing the glutes. Add some single legs in this round. Turning back and forth. Keeping those hips as high as we can when we're coming up. Glutes are staying engaged. However, I don't want us to go up so far that we're bringing our low back into it. So just rolling up enough to feel those glutes burn. There we go. Keep it up. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Awesome job. Alrighty, y'all. That is 2 rounds. My quads are on fire. Stretch them out a little bit. Give a quick pull. I know they're working the whole time, back to back on those moving squats and those bear crawls. Let them chill out. All right, let's get back to it. That's 2 rounds down. We got 2 to go. Let's finish strong and get out of here, shall we? All right, back down to it. Let's get ready to work. In 3, 2, 1, round 3. Here we go. Back down, alternating legs. Keep it nice and close. The middle's too easy. Try to spread those feet a little bit wider as we're coming up and down. Nice job. Let's keep it moving all the way through. We're halfway there. Nice job. Up and down, staying as low as we can every time we're stepping up. Awesome job. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Awesome. Grabbing that mini band. Getting ready to bear crawl in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Knees are hovering, working our way all the way across. Nice and controlled movement. Hips are staying level to the ground. Knees are just hovering, keeping as much tension in this band as I can. Last 10 seconds. Keep it up, keep it up. Everything should be on fire here. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, throwing that band off to the side, getting ready for bridges in 3, 2, 1. Here we go, hips rolling up, alternating. Let's add some single legs into this one. Other thing you'll notice me doing, planting my heel down, but my toe is staying pointed up in the air. Really engaging those glutes and hamstrings. Nice work. There we go. Keep it moving. We've got 10 seconds to go. Keep alternating back and forth. Lower body circuit, crushing it. 2, 1, and rest. Awesome job. All right, y'all. We've got 1 more round. Let's cruise through it, stretch it out. Don't worry, we're stretching the hips a bunch today. And we'll call it a day. All right, half kneel and get up. Let's get ready to work. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Coming up, and right back down. Switching sides, see how many we can get. In this final 30 seconds, we're staying as low as we can. Every time we're coming up, nice work. Find a steady pace. We can keep going through this whole thing. If we're still working, or if we're still trying to make it harder, add in that jump in there. All power to you. My legs are tired. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Awesome. All right, grabbing that mini band, getting around the wrist. We are bear crawling. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Coming all the way up. Knees are just hovering right above the ground. Nice and steady movements here. Feeling the burn. Awesome job, everyone. Let's keep cruising. We got this. Less than 10 seconds to go. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and done with that. We still got our marches up next. Final 30 seconds of work, and we're done for the day. All right, let those legs shake out. Getting ready at 3, 2, 1, let's do it. Hips rolling up. 1 knee coming up at a time. Trying to keep my toes off the ground for this one. Single leg on each side. Or just sticking that marching if we need to. Nice work. Let's finish strong. Keep those hips raised. We just got 10 seconds left. I know the legs are burning. We're almost, at least mine are burning. We're almost there. There we go. 3, 2, 1, and done. Woo! Awesome work, everyone. Grab your water. We're not done yet. Gonna stretch it out a little bit today. Make sure we stretch out those hips. All right. Take a minute to catch your breath if we need it. I'm gonna start us off with our half kneeling hip flexor stretch. This one's gonna feel good after all that. So, right knee's down, left foot's planted on the floor in front of me. I'm tucking those hips under, so no low back extension, pulling my belly button together with my belt buckle, and driving forward. I'm gonna reach my hand up and across, get a little extra stretch, but we're still not dipping that low back. Feeling it down the front of my leg here. Probably don't have to go too far, at least I don't, to really feel that stretch. Good, sink into it. You can relax out of it for a second. Come back in. Push, push, push. Good. All right, we'll switch over to that other side. Now my left knee's down, right foot's planted, tucking the hips under, driving forward, reaching up and across to add a little bit more to the stretch. Taking out of it, right back in. Couple deep breaths here, and relax. All right, this next one we're gonna do is an adductor rock. Scoot my mat back for this one. So this time, so we're starting in the center, all fours. One knee's down, one foot is gonna be out to the side, planted flat on the ground. So this hip and knee I want straight up the whole time, so we're not leaning to one side or the other. I'm gonna sit back. This extended hip, I'm gonna push down towards the ground as much as I can. As I walk my hands out, tuck my hips under. So if you see it from this side, I'm coming back, coming up, tucking my hips under like we were doing in that half kneeling position. And this whole time, pushing this hip down so we should be feeling a nice stretch down the inside of our leg and even the front of it as we come up. And then rocking it back. If you notice your hip shifting in one direction, we can see mine's kind of shifting this way, so I'm gonna pull my foot a little bit closer towards me so I can keep it straight up. And coming back down. Last thing you should note is that your toe is straight out from our knee. We'll do one more. And coming back in. Got it, switching sides. Now my left knee's down, right foot's going out to the side. Sitting back on my heel, and then pushing this hip down as I walk out. Roll my hips under and forward. And walking back to it. We'll get 3 of them on this side as well. Out, and one more. And coming back in, good. All right. Feel free to add in any more stretches that you might want to do for your hips or upper body, whatever we got. That's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for joining me for this burn class. Enjoy the rest of your day. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already to our channel. Stay tuned for all of our upcoming workouts, and I will see you next time.